Our country will be bigger, better, bolder, richer, safer, and stronger than ever before. This will be
anyone in Pennsylvania can go to the county office on Monday and Tuesday and request a ballot, and immediately there hand it in. So I think probably a lot of people are not aware that you can actually do this. You don't even need to mail it. It's like it's kind of weird because it's like called an absentee ballot, but you're like right there. You're clearly not absent. Can I have an absentee ballot? But you're here. Yes. As strange as that sounds, you can literally go in, request an absentee ballot, and even though you're right there, you can hand it in.
And of course, that is Elon Musk campaigning for former President Donald Trump in the great state of Pennsylvania. Now, you may ask yourself, why is Elon Musk basically living in the state of Pennsylvania right now, campaigning for Donald Trump? Well, folks, that's what we're going to talk about today, is why Pennsylvania is so pivotal in this particular election. And frankly, what happens if Donald Trump does not win the state of Pennsylvania? Let's take a look at it right now. Okay, so first, let's take a look at the website that is on your computer screen right now. This is the Real Clear Politics poll averages. And essentially, they've been keeping track of the polls. So this is kind of a poll of polls. And if you look right now on today's date, that of course we're recording October 30th, 6 days before the election, take a look right here. You have back in 2020, Biden was leading President Trump 7.5%. And of course, Biden went on to win the election barely at 7.5%. Now you had Hillary Clinton back in 2016. She was ahead on this day, 6 days before the 2016 election, by 1.7 points. If you look at the poll of polls, if you will, by this particular website, Trump is ahead 0.4 percentage points. Now, that's really close, but you got to remember, Hillary Clinton lost at 1.7%. We have talked many times on this channel, why does the polling obviously show Donald Trump doing a lot worse than he actually is? There's a lot of reasons for that. It could be as simple as they don't poll enough Republicans. People are afraid to answer these polls. Republicans may not answer these polls truthfully. We just don't know. It could just be biased by the actual polling agencies themselves. What you need to take away from this is understand Donald Trump is probably doing very well and is in a leading position if history is our guide. We'll take a quick look at the following graph that is on your screen. And basically you see right here where Biden withdrew from the race. Then you see Trump and Harris. It tightened. Originally, Harris was obviously leading. And as it always does, as we get closer to the polls, you see that it has tightened. And Donald Trump is very close to the polling average that Kamala Harris has. It's 48.6% versus Trump at 48.5%. And of course, that is well within the error margin of the particular poll. Another thing to take a quick look at is that the betting markets, if you will, this thing called Poly Market, shows Donald Trump at 66.4% likely to win the presidency. Kamala Harris, 33.7%. And basically, this poll is very interesting because it's generally pretty accurate because people are putting money, essentially betting on who is going to win the presidency in 2024. And right now, Donald Trump is basically a 2/3 favorite to win. So the final thing we're going to take a look at is the map on your screen right now, which is essentially the Electoral College, which is how we elect presidents here in the United States. And what I have done is I've taken the results from the last election of 2020, and I went ahead and in the lighter shading, remember I'm colorblind, so I'm not going to refer to the colors per se, but in the lighter shading, you can see what has been determined to be the battleground states. The darker, I guess, blue or purple color is the Democrats, and of course the red is the Republicans and what they're likely to win as far as the Electoral College is concerned. Also keep in mind that it takes 270 Electoral College votes to become president of the United States. You may wonder, hey, why did the founding fathers set it up this way? Why is it not one vote? Whoever gets the popular vote wins the presidency. And the simple reason for that is our founding fathers did not want a candidate to be the president that simply represented one region of the country. They wanted somebody that was popular all over the country. So this was the system they came up with called the Electoral College. So as of right now, the battleground states, according to the pundits, if you will, is Nevada, Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. As of right now, the way I see this election, the Democrats have 226, Republicans have 219 electoral college votes that they can pretty well bank on. Now, today we're asking the question, why is Pennsylvania so important? We've talked about that before in a previous video, but more specifically, what happens if Donald Trump loses Pennsylvania? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're going to go ahead and assume that he loses Pennsylvania, and we'll color it in the dark shading. That will give Kamala Harris 245 electoral college votes. Now, we have to go ahead and game this out as to what is likely to happen. I'm going to go ahead and give Donald Trump Nevada simply because he is well ahead in the polling right now. Same thing with Arizona, except for the 2020 election. Arizona has a very long history of voting Republican. Same thing with Georgia. It has not voted, with the exception of the 2020 election, it has not voted for a Democrat since the 1970s, which was, of course, President Jimmy Carter. Additionally, North Carolina went to the Democrats in 2016 and in 2020. So if we go ahead and game this out, we have Donald Trump at 268. That's 268 electoral college vote and only needs 270 to pull it off. And of course, the Democrats would have 245 in this scenario. This is assuming, of course, that they take the great state of Pennsylvania. Remember, if Donald Trump takes Pennsylvania, we'll go ahead and color it in real quick. It's all over. That's 287, well north of what he needs at 270 to pull off this election. So let's go ahead and color this back for Kamala Harris, the Democrats. And let's just say Donald Trump can go ahead and pull out Wisconsin. Boom, that's it. 278, he is the next president of the United States. Now, that is assuming that he wins Nevada. I want to show you one other scenario. Let's go ahead and assume that Kamala Harris, the Democrats, is able to keep the state of Nevada. Well, this would still give Donald Trump the win in this particular scenario right here at 272. So Nevada is not really that consequential. So the takeaway is this. In order for Kamala Harris to win and become the next president of the United States, she would have to win Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, and that would give her 276. As far as I see the state of this race, all Donald Trump has to do is win like he did back in 2016, but not even win that well. All he has to win is one of these so-called blue wall states, which of course is Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. He wins Pennsylvania, it's over with. He wins Wisconsin, it's over with. Same thing with Michigan. Let me know what you think about this. You agree with this? Disagree with this? It's looking really good for Donald Trump. Nothing, of course, is guaranteed. We'll have to see what happens on election day, but make sure you get out to vote. My friends, if you're still with me, you might as well hit the thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, share this video with any of your indoctrinated friends so they can hear the truth of what my channel has to say and what I stand for on this channel, which, of course, is putting an end to the dreaded disease of indoctrination. We have to work together to stop this. Make sure you get out and vote. Vote early. Take family and friends with you. And of course, pull that lever for former President Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. Always like to say, my friends, keep that mind free. Never give up. Until next time, I am J.R. Dukes.